Hi, Dana Brown here with Imagine Your Tomorrow. Mark's not here today, but I wanted to reach out to you and discuss with you today a little bit for the new beginners out there, especially what the difference is between a niche marketing and your avatar. So before I do, though, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. We're always wanting your comments and feedback. And also, if you haven't, click the little bell to your right, and it will give you any future notifications about videos that we post here on our YouTube channel. So let's get started a bit. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what the difference is between niche marketing and your avatar, and just kind of break it down a little bit so you can understand what it is. So first, with your niche, a niche, which is virtually your marketplace. First of all, there are two basic markets out there. There's a consumer market and a business market. This will be determined by what you're selling and who the end user is. For example, if you're selling children's products, if you're selling clothes and toys for children, typically your consumer or your target is going to be consumers. And if you're selling, let's say, computers or business supplies, then your target market is businesses, or B2B, which is business to business. On occasion, you can be crossing over and targeting both markets, right? So for example, if you're marketing computers, you can be targeting to the consumer, the private consumer, and also to the business audience. Realize that when starting out, it's best to keep your target market relatively small, or your niche market relatively small. The larger market you try to market to, the less effective you will be, because you're just kind of spreading the seeds way out and very thin. You want to keep your goal to be very laser focused, research and totally understand the marketplace that you're trying to target to, and create as highly a specialized niche as for your target audience that you possibly can. So you're really providing them with content and things that they're interested in, and you're also filling a pain of theirs. So ask yourself these questions when you're trying to help identify what your niche actually is. What is, first of all, your passion or your interest? Maybe make a list of the top areas that you're interested in, and remember that if you aren't passionate about what you're doing business with, you'll probably won't have the motivation to continue when things really get tough. Let me tell you, as first year business owners, you're going to be experiencing challenges and unknowns that you've never experienced before. And if you don't have a passion towards that marketplace, then you may just find yourself wanting to give up a lot sooner than you should. Another thing is to identify your passion by considering what your hobbies are. What kind of groups or clubs are you involved with? What kind of books do you read? What kind of magazines and trade publications do you read? Look at what your own personal interests are, and then expand from that what kind of niche you can do to market products and services within those areas of interest. Number three, take a look at what your expertise is. You may be surprised. Maybe you haven't really identified it, but maybe you have a real comfortable, very personable, very authentic style when you're communicating with people about about online digital marketing. There we go. So, identify what your expertise is, where your comfort zones are, where your passions are, and from that, identify what kind of products and services you could possibly be selling within that niche marketing. Also take a look at what other people in the marketplace are doing. So once you've decided and identify your areas of passion or your areas of interest or your areas of expertise, then take a look out in the marketplace. Go online and research who is doing what in that area, and understand what the competition is, research what they are and what they aren't doing to help their consumers, find areas that are being underserved in that market niche. Is the information low quality? Is the content very poor? Is the competition transparent and authentic, or are they not really letting the consumer know who they are? And then identify if, based on those things, is there a viable marketplace out there? Do you see that a lot of consumers are searching for that kind of information? Are they looking to fill needs? Do they have pains that they're trying to find solutions for? Those are the kind of things you start drilling down in when you're trying to determine your niche. Okay, so let's talk a bit, also a bit about Avatar. Now, Avatar is a more condensed view of who your consumer is. Simply stated, your avatar is your ideal customer. Focus on that perfect customer, what you envision them to be when you're creating your business, your product line, your content, your communications. You want to have an incredibly crystal clear vision of who that perfect customer is. And when we say avatar, we're not just talking about in generalities. We're talking about very, very specifics on the demographic of your avatar. How old are they? Are they single? Are they married? Do they have children? Are they college educated? What kind of job are they doing right now? Are they satisfied in their job? What are their fears? What are their hobbies? What are their goals in life? What are they inspired by? What are they challenged by? The better understanding you have, the better crystal clear vision you have of your avatar, the more you can start drilling down on what their real pains are and how you can possibly solve those pains with the products and services that you want to provide. How can you find your avatar? Well, there's a variety of ways that you can find your avatar. You can go on to social media, for example. You can start searching for that kind of an avatar via through Facebook and in LinkedIn. You can reach out and see who's following you on YouTube if you start putting in YouTube videos like I am doing here. You can find them on Instagram or on other online communities. You can also connect with them via local groups, whether it's meetup groups or BTI groups, or maybe it's just if you have a passion about gardening, maybe it's a gardening group. Any kind of live meetings in your local market that can connect you with that very specific avatar that you envision as being your primary clientele, okay? And then once you do identify and once you are able to start finding them, start engaging with them. If you find them on Facebook, start commenting on them, start interacting with them, provide good value and good content so they will go, oh, I like that person. That person has real interesting content and value information that's important and relative to me, and it's providing me solutions to my problems. So you want to start engaging with them. You also want to start learning about them and providing them that content that they really value. Once you identify your avatar, then really start drilling down and start researching more and more on who they are, what their interests are. The more information, the more understanding of their needs and how to reach them and what they're interested in and their values, the more you can really collect that information, the better off you will be in developing that rapport with them, and then hence also growing your business. So that's it for today, understanding your market niche and also understanding your avatar. I hope you got some great value out of it. And before I forget, be sure to, if you're interested in learning more about how we first got started in online business marketing, be sure to click the link below. It has a wealth of information about the tools that we use for our business. And also be sure to come back regularly to our YouTube page. We're always going to be adding and providing new content, valuable content for you. And hopefully you did get some value out of this. I hope you share some of your comments if you do. And until then, imagine your tomorrow. Bye now. Talk to you soon.